Alright, what's up guys? I want to talk about some more racial issues. I know to this date the most popular video that I've shot and that's gone up on the YouTube channel is about Nadine Ross in Uncharted 4. Basically Nadine Ross being a black woman that is from South Africa being played or being voiced by Laura Bailey, who is a white woman, and I have no problem with that. If you did not see that video, again, it's on the YouTube channel. It's right here. If you're watching on YouTube, you can click right here so you can see that. If you're on Facebook, I did not load this on Facebook, so you'll have to go to the YouTube channel or watch it onto the website if you're interested in seeing that. But this, let's consider this video a direct response to that video or a follow-up to that, but it's not going to be talking about video games. I'm talking about comic books this time, comic books and in the TV realm. So just last week or a week and a half ago, Iron Fist, the TV show, finally got their character. It's going to be Finn Jones playing Iron Fist in the upcoming TV show on Netflix. So that was cast and that's done. And right now the word is that they're working on trying to get Shang-Chi to appear on that show as well. So they're doing auditions for that role right now, at least as of a couple days ago. I haven't heard anything since on that. Now Shang-Chi is an Asian character, I believe he's Chinese, and Iron Fist is a American character. He's got blonde hair, blue eyes, the whole deal. He's a white man. So the problem here is Shang-Chi came first. He actually existed first before Iron Fist. They both are great martial artists. In fact, Shang-Chi is the greatest martial artist in Marvel. He is better than everyone. Absolutely. That is canon. He is the best, greatest martial artist that Marvel has. But Iron Fist is by far more prominent and more people know his name. He's more popular. He is the one that is part of Heroes for Hire and the whole nine. He's getting TV show, not Shang-Chi. So again, with that, I had no problems with, again, with Nadine Ross as a black character being voiced by a white woman, because you're still getting a black character. That character is still black. What Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog are doing with that character, that's still a black woman no matter what happens and no matter who voices her. Laura Bailey, great actress, a great voice actress. It doesn't matter. And even following up, Neil Druckmann said that they had a black character, or excuse me, a black actor playing a white character in the same game. And that stuff happens all the time in voice work and so on. So it doesn't matter when it comes to voices. But this isn't a voice. This is a live action TV show. And not just that, because if we're talking about characters playing characters, yes, Iron Fist is being a white man being played by a white man. And Shang-Chi will more than likely be cast as an Asian man. So it's not like they're doing something wrong here. But what is going on and what has been going on with all of this stuff is the fact that they've actually been changing a lot with comic books lately and casting as well for movies. For example, like Heimdall. Heimdall in the comic books is a white man. He is everything in Asgard is white. There's just everything. All the people are white people in Asgard in the comic books. But in the movie, in the Thor movies and the Avengers and stuff, Heimdall is Idris Elba. He's a black man. Fantastic Four, the Human Torch is a white man. There's Johnny Storm is a white kid, a white guy. And in the movies, in the most recent one, Michael B. Jordan is a black man. He's playing Johnny Storm. So it's another opportunity. They said, let's switch things up and get some more diversity. And that's what's key here. Because if you go back, all the way back to when comic books popped up and all of these characters are coming around, and there's just so much going on. There's Superman, he's white man. Batman's a white man, and Wonder Woman's a white woman, and Captain America, and the Fantastic Four, and the X-Men, and Iron Man, and Thor. They're all white people. Hulk, so on. They're all white people. And that's what the issue is. Every character that we know and love, and we still love them. I did not even wear this shirt on purpose today. It just is. But all these characters are white characters. Now, we didn't get our first prominent black superhero until 1966 as Black Panther, one of my favorite characters ever. First appeared in Fantastic Four comic book, but that was 1966, when comic books have been around for decades already. Now, even then, like, just because Black Panther came out and he was around didn't mean that that just opened the door. It was just the beginning of diversity, but there was still a very poor amount of diversity in comic books. Because if we move forward, Shang-Chi came out in the early 70s, and then shortly afterward, then Iron Fist. Shang-Chi is based off of Fu Manchu, which is off of a TV show that Marvel acquired the rights of. And, you know, again, Shang-Chi, greatest martial artist. He's an Asian, you know, a Chinese character. And then Iron Fist comes along, created by someone else, I believe it was Roy Thomas. White man, blonde hair, blue eyes. And they do the same things, but Iron Fist has powers. He has the ability to heal himself. He can turn his fist, you know, he's called the living weapon. He can literally have an iron fist, but not metal, but it's just that hard that it punches like it. Being able to control all the chi in his body and strike with it. So he's a great fighter in all of those things. Now, as far as the character goes, honestly, I don't have any history of reading Iron Fist outside of last week when I was checking out Power Man and Iron Fist, which I'm excited for. David F. Walker's the writer, Sanford Green's the artist. I like it all, but I'm not talking about the characters. This is more of the backside of it, the executive ends, the people that pull all the strings, and the writers, the editors, and so on. The people who make that decision say, I want this character to be this and that. So again, in the recent years, that has been going on, where they go back and say, we've got to get a better representation of our audience, of the people that actually read our comics and watch our movies. We're going to change things around. And that's what they did with Heimdall. They did that with the Human Torch. And if you even look in the comic books, like right now, Thor, if you're not reading at all, this Thor, there he is. This is not a man anymore. Thor is right now Jane Foster, a woman. So Thor is, he actually doesn't even have an arm. He's missing an arm, and he's using an axe right now. But he's not called Thor. Jane Foster is Thor. She's the one worthy of holding the hammer, and she is Thor. And if you go and look at Kamala Khan, who is a Pakistani American, she is now Ms. Marvel, while Carol Danvers, who is a white woman with blonde hair and blue eyes, is now Captain Marvel, and she's still cool. I love Captain Marvel. I love Carol Danvers. But we have Kamala Khan, and she's a great character. That's diversity. A Pakistani American superhero. We have another female superhero, which just happens to be blonde hair and blue eyes because of Thor, but still moving aside and taking a white man out of the role and putting a woman in the role. And there's more diversity. Obviously, the Storm, if I know you heard of her, and so on. So the issue here again is more of the opportunity that Marvel Studios and everyone involved here to cast Iron Fist as a white man, even though we know, again, Iron Fist is a white man. So people like Marjorie Liu, who's an Asian writer, she's a writer for Marvel. She has done, you know, X-23. She's doing the upcoming Han Solo book that's coming out in June for Marvel, and she was outspoken on this on Twitter. And, you know, I feel the exact same way that she does. Like, this is something they should have done. They should have made Iron Fist an Asian character and not worry about Shang-Chi, because the whole point was they created Iron Fist. Now, I'm only saying this because this is what I believe. They created Iron Fist because Shang-Chi would not get the popularity that they thought he would, just the relatability. They thought their audience is a bunch of white boys or white, kids, I should say. And, having this Asian character, despite the fact that, kung fu movies were all the rage back in the 70s, and the reason why Shang-Chi exists and Iron Fist exists is because of people like Bruce Lee and all the other kung fu movies. They still wanted to have someone that's more relatable to their audience, and that's why they have Iron Fist come in as a white character, learning all of this stuff and being a martial arts master. But at the end of the day, Iron Fist learned all of that stuff from Asian teachers. At the end of the day, that was the 70s, and this is 2016. And representation greatly matters. Now, I'm happy to say that I can go to a movie in about 2 months and go see my favorite character, Black Panther, on screen for the first time. And I can go around, and even a couple months after that, and I get to see Storm with her mohawk goodness on screen for the first time. I'm happy to say that when I want to cosplay, I can cosplay as a black character. I can go War Machine, I can go Black Panther. If I wanted to go DC, I could do Cyborg. If I want to do a cosplay of Blue Marvel, who I love, he's a new character. I can do a cosplay of him, and there's that for me. If you look at One Punch Man, that's another thing that's going around, is that representation matters so much that now there is a superhero that is a bald superhero, because there was not that. One Punch Man fills that gap that not a lot of people realize that was needed to be filled, and that's having a superhero that's bald. But so now any bald person can feel confident and say, hey, that person looks like me, and whether it's cosplay or not, they can relate to that character. So here we have an opportunity that Marvel has passed on, is that they could have put an Asian character in the spotlight as Iron Fist, because Iron Fist is going to be in the Luke Cage TV show, because they're like buddies and stuff, Heroes for Hire and all of that. So he's going to be in the Luke Cage show. He's going to have his own show. He's going to be in the Defenders and so on. So there was an opportunity that they could have said, let's put an Asian character or Asian actor in this role to get greater diversity and to correct some of the racism or the racial bias that was back when in the 70s and even prior to that. But they passed on that because they wanted to do what, I guess, stay true to the character, stay true to the origins of the comic books. I understand that. Trust me, I get it. I know. Like, we want to have that as comic book fans. We want to say, make this comic book come to life. Exactly. Do this. Don't change anything. Because we've seen screwed up movies and TV shows before, like the original Daredevil movie, like the Fantastic Four movies of the 90s, and the Fantastic Four movies of the 2000, whatever year it was, 2005, Jessica Alba and so on, Chris Evans. Like, I get it. We don't want to see that stuff again. We want to see the comic book come to life. And in the Iron Fist case, they did a literal casting. And I'm not even talking about Finn Jones at all. I don't know any of his work. I'm not criticizing him. It's not his fault. I'm not, again, criticizing the character Iron Fist himself, but just the people making the decisions. What is the opportunity lost? What is the opportunity cost? Right now, we don't really know. And this is very early on in the whole process. But I don't know how many people are outraged about this, other than Marjorie Liu, who's upset. Like, I know she's upset, and me, I'm mildly upset because I would have loved to have seen an Asian character get in that role. I would love to see more diversity on the screen, big and small. And Marvel's been doing a really great job at that. But this one, I think they dropped the ball on. They were, like I said, it was just an opportunity that they missed. It's not that they are so in the wrong because Iron Fist is white, but it was an opportunity to change things up. And look at it this way: you already have plenty of white people that are into Marvel comics and are into, they have someone to cosplay. They can cosplay Captain America. They can read about Thor or something like that. But as far as Asian characters in Marvel comic books, there aren't too many, and there aren't too many that are popular. So taking an Iron Fist and making him Asian and putting him in the TV show gives you a whole new audience that you did not have before. So it's an opportunity that you could have had and seized to get an even bigger spread. I mean, think about the fact that these movies are going to be aired in China or in Japan, in Korea, and so on. There's an audience that you don't have any characters for. There's an audience just like Captain Marvel. Women want to see themselves on screen. They want to see Black Widow have a movie. They can't wait for the Captain Marvel movie. I want to see the Captain Marvel movie. But we have to wait so long for that. And now, as far as Asians go, they don't have that character that's a prominent character that they get to see on screen and cosplay or read about or so on. And how long will they have to wait before they get their character? So thank you for watching this video. This is more than just a rant, although I did kind of go a little longer than I thought I would. This is a written post as well on Blerdy.com. The link will be down in the description so you can see the written version on the website, and of course just peruse yourself around the other stuff that's there or watch more videos on the YouTube channel. And again, if you're on Facebook, I'm sorry, I make YouTube videos, so all the links and stuff don't work on the screen, but make sure if you're on Facebook, just click all the rest of the stuff that's on Facebook, like the pictures and the links, and just go to YouTube or go to the website and do the things that are all over the place. But thanks again for watching. Let me know what you think about the Iron Fist casting and the Shang-Chi casting, and just in general. You can talk about this video and diversity in comics, or go over to the Nadine Ross Uncharted 4 video and we talk about diversity in gaming. Just let me know what you think. I appreciate all the comments. Just keep them constructive and we'll be fine. And I appreciate anyone that's watching this. Thanks again for watching. I am Ninja Chortle. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. Blerdy is everywhere else, so go ahead and find us there, and I will see you later. I just want to say thank you for watching this video. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, share the video with whatever social media you have, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We put up all types of videos as well as blog posts on our blog Blerdy.com about gaming and comic books and cosplay, movies and TVs. We have reviews, we have previews, we just discuss whatever is happening in our nerdy world. So make sure you go and check us out. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Twitch, so you can watch us play games. And we also have an Instagram account which is 100% dedicated to cosplay. So if you are a cosplayer or just a cosplay lover, make sure you follow us on Instagram. But you're here on YouTube or maybe watching us on our blog, Blerdy.com. So while you're here, make sure you start watching this video right here. And I kind of felt the same way, especially on the first watch of the trailer and finding out that Laura Bailey was playing this character Nadine. I wouldn't say I got upset, but thoughts went through my head and said, why is this happening? Why couldn't they cast a black woman, especially African woman, to play a South African woman?